sports movie fans. Welcome to Locker Room Flicks Podcast. I'm Frank Sullivan. With me is my co-host, Frank Darling. Frank, how we doing this beautiful morning?
Doing good today. About 82 degrees out. Real
82.
Nice. Yep. Thunderstorms later in the day,
That's a
Yeah.
typical Friday. A typical,
Yeah.
a typical day.
We
in
had
Florida.
a little blackout last night. Somebody, an accident.
Really?
Yeah. So we lost power for a couple hours. So.
What'd you do?
No, it was in the morning. It was like 4
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah, I got up and I said, "Boy, it's awful dark."
Really? That's funny.
Yeah. But that's about it with that. So.
I know. Right now, it feels like you're in the Stone Age when you lose power. It's like, what the hell do you do?
Yeah. Crazy.
It's a little. It's a nice day today. It's nice because the first week we had the baby, it was rainy and cold.
Yep. I remember that.
It sucked. So it was kind of like we were stuck in the house. But now it's getting nicer. It's getting warmer. So we're trying to go for a walk.
Yeah.
Once a day, kind of at night. It's funny. We went the other night, and all my street because I have a kind of a cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Yep.
There's the people across the street from us. They have a 10-month-old.
Really?
And they were out
Wow.
walking their baby and dog, and then the other guy right around the corner, he was walking his 1-year-old on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And his dog. So I was like, look at this. Nice.
That's nice, though. That's nice. Nice. That's excellent.
But
You got to get out, though. That's smart.
yes, no, very true. You got any plans for the weekend? I just got Mother's Day coming up.
Well, I don't know. We got to see. We're going out tonight with these people, but it's just for. I think not really too much going on this weekend. No, I think Tuesday we're going to the park with some of her friends. They live in South Carolina. They're coming down, so
Nice.
that's about it. Yeah, nothing really, because we're getting ready for the June trip. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
coming there.
You'll be up here, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think we're gonna because I just kind of already gave her Mother's Day gift.
Nice.
Because with the baby coming, I had a nice big package of Mother's Day things and
Oh,
postpartum stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
She already got that, but we're gonna have her mother's gonna come over. And I'm gonna make beef Wellingtons for us.
Oh, beef Wellingtons.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have those.
I'll take a picture of it. I don't think it's gonna be quite as good as
Yeah, do that.
as Mr. Gordon, but
Take a picture of that.
It's-
I'd love
it's-
to see it.
it's not really too hard, but it's a lot of prep work and kind of because you got to make sure the dough I wrap it in the phyllo dough.
Right. I
so
remember
you
you
gotta-
mentioned. I think you mentioned it to me before. You
Yeah,
were talking about this. Yeah.
It's there's plenty of videos on how to do it. So
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's still a procedure.
it's a process, yeah.
It's a process.
But
yeah.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But get out. Good. You want to get into the movie now?
Yeah. Well, it was the
Let's
movie
hit
is called Invictus.
Yep.
It was came out in 2009, and
I think I was looking. This came out a month after the last movie we did.
The Blind Side.
Blindside came out 2009,
Oh.
and it came out in November.
Oh wow. You're right.
You're
right. No, you're right. This is starring Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela and Matt Damon as Francois Pienaar. It had an opening weekend of 8.6 million and 122 million worldwide, which is pretty good. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And it had a $50 to $60 million budget. I guess they couldn't decide what the budget was. So. And it was released, you were right, on December 11th, 2009. And it's 2 hours and 14 minutes long, which I thought was good. And it's directed by Clint Eastwood.
I had no idea.
We know him from Unforgiven, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino. He directed all those. And it was nominated for 24 awards, and it won 5. Okay, so let's get to the... And I did watch it on Redbox. I think.
Oh, you did?
You did it on Prime?
Yeah. Was it free on Redbox? Or you had it
No, it wasn't. Same
Of course
price.
not. Yeah.
I just got the Redbox.
Okay.
And the simple synopsis, like I said, once again, there's a lot of different ones, but this is sums it up. This is the inspirational true story of how Nelson Mandela joined forces with the captain of the South Africa rugby team, Francois Pienaar, to help unite the country. And just a couple other things before we start your facts. Morgan Freeman was nominated for Best Actor nominee. He did not win.
Yeah.
And Best Supporting Actor, Matt Damon, he did not win. But I thought that was pretty impressive for a rugby movie to both get nominated. So, the best time of the show.
All right.
Frank's 5 fun facts.
All right.
Take it away, my man. See what you got for me.
There wasn't. I was trying to dig for this. Again, you get into a lot of the political stuff, so
I understand.
I wanted to kind of give just tidbits of the movie. So the first fact was Nelson Mandela said that only Morgan Freeman could portray him. Now, if you look at them both, I mean, it might as well be his twin.
Yes, it will. I agree.
It's crazy.
He even has the dots on his face, like.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah,
so he was like, he would only sign off. He was the first and only person to play him.
Yeah.
Which again, even forget the resemblance. I mean, is there any other better actor to actually play? You know what I mean?
I don't think so. No. Sorry. No way.
So another part of it, Morgan Freeman is left-handed, but to portray Nelson Mandela as accurately as possible, he trained himself to write right-handed.
Wow,
so
that
you
must
can see him in
hard.
the movie. Yeah, I can barely write. I can write with my right hand. You can't even tell when the hell I'm writing.
You got to remember too. He's in his 70s. I don't know how. Well, he wasn't. I'm sorry. Excuse me. He wasn't in his 70s then, but he was probably in his 60s. But I couldn't imagine that. I really couldn't. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
No. Fact number 2: to prepare for the role of Francis Pinar, Matt Damon took extensive coaching at the Gardens Rugby Club under Chester Williams, who was a player on the South African rugby team in 1995.
Oh yeah, that's Chester.
Yeah.
That's Chester. Yeah, the guy that he pulled the hammy in the show there.
Yeah, Chester. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So he worked with him, huh? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Why not, right? I mean, again,
yeah.
95. He couldn't have been that old, even.
No. And Matt Damon, he's a big boy, Matt Damon.
I know. We'll talk. He definitely looked like he got bigger for this role.
He did. Yeah, I agree.
Some size to him. Fact number 3: the scene where the airplane flew over the stadium actually happened, but unlike the movie, this was a planned event. One of the sponsors for the Rugby World Cup, South American Airways, had their jet fly over with a message printed on it to kind of energize the crowd.
Got it. Yeah, I was wondering about that scene there.
That scene was pretty friggin' wild.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was scary. Well, and again, it says in the thing they flew a jet. It looked like he was flying like a 747.
Yes.
It was massive.
It was. It was big, man. I thought they were coming into the stadium.
Coming in hot.
Yep.
Then I was like, wait, did this really happen? Because like I'm sure he would have heard about. I thought he was like a terrorist because you have the guy. He's like mapping out.
Yeah.
The terrain and stuff. I'm like, is this guy? And then again, he's a political figure. Like, maybe he's gonna fly the plane in there. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I agree.
Did this happen?
I know. And then I'm saying they'd all be dead if it did. So
very true.
But I was still waiting though. I didn't know what was going to happen. I really didn't.
But yeah, pretty crazy. Fact number 4: all of the rugby games were filmed at Johannesburg Ellis Park Stadium, where they actually play the games.
Right.
Much of the stadium has changed since 1995. So they did extensive research. They took back the menu. They changed around signage and with computer graphics, they were able to finish the effect. They also said that games were filled with about 2,000 extras in the stands and motion. And then they did visual effects to fill in the rest of the stadium.
That's amazing how they do that stuff.
But you actually, if you actually did like look, I noticed it right away. You can tell like when they show you like the fans way up on the top.
Yeah,
it looked like computer. Like I was like I'm playing Madden here. You can kind of see. I
gotta look at that again. Yeah, it's amazing what they can do though with that stuff. It really is. I
know.
Really.
Let me see here, and then my last fact was kind of something. The scene where the South African rugby team visited the actual cell. They actually really did go there. Visit the cell where he spent 18 years.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, that was the actual cell that Mandela was in, really. Except for the first part of his at Robben Island, the first part of his when he was being incarcerated.
Yeah, Robben Island. Yep.
Yeah, right, definitely.
And I guess when they went and revisited, they don't use that cell that prison anymore.
I don't think so. I think it was still there though.
It looked empty though.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I think a lot of those are empty and they leave them. I mean, you can still go to Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. That'd be
I
cool.
would. Yeah, that'd be really cool. It's still there. It's a what do you call it now? It's just a what do you call it? It's
A monument, like a tourist attraction.
tourist,
Yeah.
right, tourist attraction. Yep, still there though.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the reason not to get into that, but most of the time, the reason they shut those places down because they're old. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're old.
the walls are breaking. The gates don't shut no more.
Yeah.
It's just, and they don't want to put any money into it, so that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. All right. Those are my 5 fun facts. Now, how do we want to tackle this movie? Because we have
This is tough.
We have the political aspect, and then we have the actions part. So, do we want to talk about the cast? The cast first, because we really.
Yeah.
I mean, the cast, you only really had the 2 actors.
I know. I didn't really get into the other people in it. There wasn't enough. No offense.
His son's in the movie, too. Clint Eastwood's son.
Oh, yes. I did see that. Yes, he's on the team. I did see that. Yeah.
I was like, I know this guy. Because he has spit an image of Clint Eastwood. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Was Scott or
it's Scott Eastwood?
Scott Eastwood, yes.
Yeah, he's the one that kicks the winning kicks. Well,
yes, which
looks like he's kicking them. I don't know who's kicking them.
Which the other thing too is I was gonna Google it. I have no idea how rugby is scored or how is it like. I have an idea.
Okay,
but we'll get into that.
We'll get into that
later. Yeah. Later. So as far as the cast goes, obviously Morgan Freeman
played it to a T.
Yeah,
I thought he played it phenomenal. I'll tell you right now, it was excellent. That was well done. And I guess he had met with him. I guess they were pretty good friends. I know all this stuff that I put down, so I'm just going to he met him. So I guess they were pretty good friends. And I guess Matt Damon also met Francois Pinard.
I did see that too. I guess they filmed the outside of his house. That's actually his real house.
Is it really?
Location. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think a lot of the budget, because again, the budget was a lot. As far as acting goes, they really only had to pay Matt Damon and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Because if you look up the IMDb, a lot of the other ones are like no name, just probably African.
Sure. Happy to be in the movie, probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, happy to be in the movie.
But I think half of the budget had to go to locations. Had to be.
Oh, yeah.
Because they filmed a lot of the locations.
I think it was done in Cape Town.
Yeah. Yep.
Most of it was done in Cape Town. Yeah, that's what I read on it. Most of it was done in Cape Town, so it was on location pretty much to some extent, anyways. When you get to the favorite character, it was pretty simple for me.
Yeah,
it was Nelson Mandela. I really couldn't pick nobody else out. I mean, you could have went maybe a couple guys on the team or something, but I went with him. I thought he just played the parts. He was funny.
Yeah,
he was. He was funny and he's serious and everything.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Yeah, he killed it.
He killed it. And Matt Damon's pretty quiet. He don't say too much, anyways. He's not really in that sense, anyways. But,
no, you're right. Correct.
Yeah.
Which it's funny. I was looking it up in the trivia too. This is like the second movie because they got him playing rugby in The Departed.
That's what I heard.
Do you remember the scene?
I don't remember the scene, but I remember the movie. It's an excellent movie. I just don't remember that. Yeah.
But he looked like he got in great shape for the movie.
He was built. He was built. Mm-hmm. How about some of the scenes they took underneath the piles?
Yeah.
They're all. Those were cool, man. Yeah. That was cool. That's crazy stuff. I put a little. Go ahead.
He was telling Clint. He was like, he's like, I don't know if you've seen this guy, but he's like, this guy's massive. Like, I don't really look. Not to say he didn't look anything like him. He's like, don't worry. I guess he said like, don't worry about it. He's like, we'll figure. I guess with maybe camera angles, because I guess the guy was like noticeably bigger than him.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What I put on here though is I put about the realism of the sport. I put rugby is very real and probably the most physical sport you'll ever see. It's football with no pads.
Yeah, no, you're right. Kay said it too. It's basically football with no pads. It's like soccer. It seems like it's a never-ending. I played it once when I went to the YMCA summer camp.
Did you really?
Yeah, years ago. I liked it a lot. It's just, you would sign up for, they called them like, electives, but like rugby or capture the flag.
Cool.
I played it and I liked it. It's football basically.
Yeah.
No pads.
Yeah. And I didn't realize you could only throw it till I watched the movie. backwards and sideways.
That I knew. Yeah,
No forward passes.
It's all backwards. How's the scoring? Like,
okay, scoring is 3, of course, for the field goal.
Yep.
And I think it's going over the. Remember, there is a goal line.
Yeah, because you can score like a touchdown.
And I think it might be. I forgot how many points it is. I didn't look up 5 or 6. But it's more than I think it's more than 3 though. I'm almost positive. Remember, there wasn't too many scoring in there. It really wasn't. There was a lot of field goals in that.
Oh yeah, especially that last.
Yeah.
I read something where, I guess the true story is that there was a stomach bug going around for the New Zealand. Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that.
For the New Zealand team, which gave the South African team an edge because they weren't able to run the ball as much as they would normally do.
Yeah, they supposedly they were said they threw up at halftime. I don't know how true that was.
Really?
But that's what they said. Yeah. So hey, something going on.
Yeah, 5 points. It says 5 points are scored when you score a touchdown.
Okay.
Called a try.
A try. Okay.
This is when you run the ball into the end zone. And your hands touch the ball down. 2 points are scored when kicking the point after a touchdown. So it's
right.
So that's 7. Yeah.
Right.
So it's pretty. So you get 2 points out of 1.
Yes.
And then 3 points to kick it. So it's pretty simple. Almost the same as football.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's funny you said that because I thought it was 5, but I didn't know for sure. I thought it was 5 points because I remember watching it before and somewheres. I don't know where it was, and I saw it, but
yeah.
They did a lot to make that movie, though, exciting. At least it was exciting, the game. I have to admit, it was.
Yeah.
It really was. Physical. Very physical.
I know. Man. I got to say, the movie was a little slow in the beginning because, again, they were talking with a little bit of the politics.
Yeah, it was. It was.
But it picked up pretty quick in the middle. I think the movie was a little too long. But, however, you got to tell that story of the politics because ultimately what he was trying to do was kind of unite the country through the team, through the sports team,
through rugby.
And you see it with normal. I'm trying to think. I'm tongue tied here. With like any other sports team,
no doubt about
Yankees or they all get the state or country. They all get divided.
I agree. Yeah. Well, the few things I liked in the movie, what he did was, I liked the scene in which he tells everyone who is leaving to stay. Remember, they're leaving the office, and if they want to do the best job they can, it pretty much sets the tone for the movie. And then the other scene was when he brings in the Caucasian, I got to be careful what I say here, Caucasian security team to work with the South African security team. I thought that was, once again, trying to get them to work together.
Yep.
And I thought that was awesome. And I'm sure he did all that stuff.
No doubt. No doubt it.
I thought it was genius what he did myself. But
and I think you catch where they wanted to change the team name and change. And
yes, I did.
And he said it perfectly. He's like, you're doing exactly what they said that I was going to do, was come in here and try to change everything around. So he kind of wanted to keep the old school view, but also like they did minor adjustments.
Yes, I agree totally with you. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Now let's just get into this part of it. It's real simple, but he ended up going to prison because in 1961 he led a sabotage campaign against the government and was sentenced to 27 years. So let's just get to that point so we know where he was for all that time. And then, of course, he spent time in 3 prisons. I don't want to rush to this, but he spent time in 3 prisons. I think it was 64 to 82 in Robben Island, 82 to 88 in Paulsmoor Prison, and then 88 to 90 in Victor Versten Prison. And that's when he got out. So
did he try to overthrow?
I guess so. I you can really read into it.
Or protest.
Yeah, he might have. He might have. Well,
they're calling him a terrorist.
Yeah, almost like if you remember the old French from a school, a coup d'état, pretty much. That is pretty much what it probably was. I don't know if it was that vicious, but yeah. And I guess they just wanted to shut him up, and you know how the world is. So
they throw you in.
But he came out like a rock star once he came out of prison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought his idea was, I thought it was genius myself. But
Yes, no, I agree.
yeah. Another cool part was the coach. Remember what he says to the team? He goes, he also, when the coach says, we might not be the best team,
Oh
but
yeah,
we'll be the most fit.
yeah. No, you're right. Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah. I feel like they could have. I mean, the coach kind of seemed more of like a background, like an understatement. It seemed like Matt Damon was after he has that conversation with Nelson Mandela. It seemed like
Right.
Matt Damon kind of took the reins and was like, "This is what we're gonna do. Lead by
Yeah.
example."
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I agree with
Um,
you totally. Yeah.
Be wrong because he was. I mean, he was ultimately leading by example. He was like in the weight room,
Yeah, yeah.
on the field, just
Oh, I
killing
know.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, he was everywhere. Yeah.
yeah,
Like I said, I'm sure that happened. So I mean,
yeah,
let's. And these a few little notes here, so people understand. Invictus was a short poem,
yep. I did see that.
by British poet William Ernest Henley in 1988, and it's based on a book. Once again, a lot of true stories here. Called
Yes.
"Playing the Enemy: Nelson Mandela and the Game That Made a Nation." So, little thing, and it means undefeated, I guess, in Latin. So
Yeah, that I did see
yeah.
too. Yep.
Pretty cool. Some pretty cool stuff. I'll tell you one thing. I learned a lot from this movie, and I learned a lot about
Yeah.
the apartheid thing. I had ideas about it, but I really never. You can only there's so many different cultures, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I know. I actually, one of my favorite scenes is when they actually go to one of the kind of, I don't say the slums that the whole rugby team goes to
with the
you
kids.
know about with the kids. That was, that was a good scene.
Oh, that was cool.
They
enjoyed that.
all kind of ran to Chester.
They did.
Yeah,
That was funny. That part we don't.
yeah, that was pretty funny.
But you're right. That was cool. That was really nice. Well, those kids. Here's a perfect example of that. Those kids. They don't. I mean, let's face it. I don't think they knew white or black. Those kids. They're young. They just
Yeah.
wanted to play rugby and have fun. Remember, kids are different. Like I said years ago, my grandmother used to live in the projects. I played
Yeah.
with a lot of the African American kids. Because
Yeah.
guess what? We all played there. Nobody
Yeah.
cared about what race you were.
Yeah,
It's so different. When you're a kid, I think it's so different. I'm talking like about 6 or 7. I'm just saying, but it's just sad to see that. I don't know how it is today, but
Yeah,
back then
no.
it was. I didn't, but
um,
I guess in the movie, remember the Australian match where they beat
Yeah.
Australia? Well, I guess they played. They can't show everything in the show. I was reading this too.
Yeah.
I guess they defeated Canada and Romania. So.
Mhm.
Before that, after that, or whatever it was, yeah. So
Correct.
to get to where they were, because I thought, boy, that's an awful short thing. They played like 2 teams. That was it.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, but
I liked the aspect of them showing the security team together.
yes, I did too. I
That
thought
kind
that
of
was
where you
good.
see him kind of like in his mind, like this is what because in a mere second, all it takes is 1 second for someone to just shoot and kill the president. I mean, he's going right out in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if everyone knows the president how much he likes rugby, it can be very easy. Like the guy says it, he's like, you got to be easy to take out. He's right on schedule. It doesn't change his
No, he does not. Nope.
you know.
He was always on time wherever he was going to go. I was really wondering I didn't dig into it, but I was really wondering if Mandela had been. I'm sure he had been.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know those. He was for 94 to 99. He was the president. So I'm figuring. I'm sure there was a few times where it was a little. They can't not showing it there because that has nothing to do with that. But I'm sure
try
there
to
was
take him out.
Some sure. I'm sure somebody.
Yeah.
did. Yeah. Like anything else, Nobody. Hey, nobody likes change.
No, very true.
They don't like change. Nobody does.
Yeah.
It's scary for a lot of people.
Oh, I know. Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
And they were all quit. They were all quit. She was like, they fired. I was like, no, they're all quitting. They don't want to work for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy because I don't know. Just nowadays, I don't care. It's like, you got to quit your job again.
I know.
But
No,
was the racism really like that? I mean, in 1994, like they might have
maybe
cleaned
in
it
those
up.
on them countries, probably. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess,
probably in those countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I didn't know either? I didn't know they had names. I know they had names, the teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I was reading something that said the All Blacks, and I'm saying, who the heck were the All Blacks? That was
Yeah.
the New Zealand team. I didn't pick it up in the movie. I don't know if they ever said it. They were called the All Blacks.
Yeah, they were called All Blacks.
They weren't. They weren't. But
no,
I know. It literally. They did.
Yeah,
it literally.
rather
It was just,
It
was just their name. The All Blacks.
confusing.
Yeah. It is.
Because you haven't. Because I don't think I've ever all the sports movies. I don't think I've ever heard of a team called the All Blacks.
No, that's why I'm looking at them and saying, All Blacks. Who did they play?
Yeah,
but that's not. That's the New Zealand. That was their team name. Like,
Yep.
what were we called? Do you remember? Our team?
Oh, I don't remember.
That's bad.
Something with a G, right?
Yeah.
Something.
I can't believe I don't have it written down.
I know. That's
yeah,
right.
well, I saw it. But yeah, they had a name, but whatever their name was. It was a weird name. They had like a bird on their jersey or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they had the green and the... Remember, they wanted to change the colors and everything.
Yeah, they wanted to change everything.
They wanted to do away with that team altogether because they were horrible.
Yeah.
They were horrible, yeah.
I know. I don't know if you caught, but for me, just watching the movie, it seemed like, I don't know if it was shot on digital. It seemed like it might have been shot on film, and I should have looked into it. Watching the movie, I'm trying to how to explain it. It looked kind of grainy.
Oh.
You know, did you kind of know where I'm going at? Maybe it was just me. It looked, because it kind of seemed like it was a movie made from the 90s.
Well, wait a minute now. You got to understand something, too. When they show him in the beginning of the show, getting out of the limo, if you watch, it looks like they almost took Mandela, the real Mandela.
Oh, yeah.
And put his head on it. And if you look at the background, it does look grainy, like it was from back then.
Yeah.
In other words, almost like they did a cut and paste.
Yeah.
Because I see him get out of the car, and I said, "Oh, that's a real scene they're showing." I said, "No, it's not. But I said, look at the guys in the background. They look like they were there at the time. So almost like they superimposed it. I don't know. Maybe they didn't, but to me it looked like they did.
I don't know. I just happened to, it was one of the scenes where when he goes down there and starts talking to the big group. It just for some reason, maybe it was just me looking at it. It just looked kind of grainy. Maybe it's just, I don't know.
You mean the scene when he went inside the place, the church, or whatever it was?
Yeah.
And they voted him down.
They voted him down.
I like when he left. He says, we got 13 votes."
Oh, I know. Very true.
But
I don't know.
It could have been. It's very possible. Because a lot of times in those movies they show real scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll just you don't realize it's not. You got to look real close.
Yeah.
Like when I seen the Elvis movie that came out, there was a few scenes in there. In the end, they show it's the real Elvis.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that was awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, they do that sometimes But you're saying, is that the real Elvis or is it?
I know.
I'm trying to see what else I got here. Let's see here. Oh, he won. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. This is Nelson Mandela. And the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He won like 5 honors, but the other ones, I don't know where they're from. Yeah. He had 7 children. 7 children he had.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm really surprised they didn't talk about his wife in there.
I don't think she. Again, the guy asked about his family.
He didn't.
And he's I'm all set. Because I don't think
he's all set.
I don't think he saw his family.
And I guess he met.
That job.
What's that?
It's that job.
Oh, I know. Well, that. Will you hear what he says? Yeah, I got $42 million.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess he met Pope John Paul II, George H.W. Bush, President Francis Francois Mitterrand from France, and many other prime ministers he met. So he was all over the place. He traveled a real lot. He went all over the world.
Yeah. He had him going all over the place.
Yeah.
Which eventually they got to him a little bit.
Yeah. I read about that food poisoning. I thought that was.
I thought it was cool that he was donating his salary, half of his salary or 3/4 of his salary to charity, which is he overpaid him.
Hey, they couldn't believe it. Remember?
Yeah. I know. No, again, they get paid so much.
I know.
Ridiculous.
It is. Let's see here. What's got here?
Did you hate that news reporter guy?
Oh, what a pain!
What a sleazy.
Yeah, he was a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Reporter.
He was a nice guy in the end, remember? I knew you were going to
Oh,
win.
oh yeah, sure he did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
That was a good twist in the show. I don't know if that was put in there just to make the show a little bit. I think it probably was. Well, I'm sure there was news reporters like that, but I thought that was a good twist. Like you said, we watch all these shows. You got to put something in there to make it a little,
liven it up a little bit.
Yeah, liven it up a little bit. Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. But like I said, if you went to the political thing here, you could be here for 5 hours. I mean, there's so much that he did. Yeah, and he passed away. He was, I think he was, was he, 95?
Wow, was he really?
He was 95 when he died in 2013. Yeah. He lived a good good run there. And Francois Pinard, he's alive. He's 66 years old.
66? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure they approached him. That's why they approached him.
Oh, absolutely.
About,
they definitely
doing this.
Him. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Did you see a little side tangent? You see Robert De Niro welcomed his 7th child in?
Yes.
Last week?
I did. Yes.
79?
Yes. 79. I know. I seen that.
Yeah,
Robert De Niro. Hey,
that's great.
I'm good.
Nuts.
Frank, I'm good.
You good? You don't want another child? That's funny.
Oh my God. I just feel that's fine. People, a lot of people see them do that, but I mean, let's face it. Robert
You're not going to be in his life.
No, I know. You live to be 90, and that's it. Probably. I mean, really.
That's being generous.
Yeah.
Even if you were to live another 10 years.
So the kid probably grows up. I don't know.
Without a father.
Without a father.
Yeah.
That's the only part I don't like about it. With anybody that does that, I'm sorry.
I know.
I don't think it's fair.
Though.
Yeah, but
this movie kind of gave me it reminded me. I've tried to compare it to other sports movies.
Yeah,
it's kind of reminded me of Cool Runnings a little bit. Kind of uniting the country together.
That's true.
We did that movie a while ago.
With John Candy.
Yeah,
that's an excellent movie. I love that movie. The Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of. He's kind of like uniting the country together.
I agree. Yeah. Well, this is what this movie was all about.
Uniting
the
country.
Was. I mean, it's uniting the country, and I guess it worked to some extent. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it is now there. I have no idea, but I'm sure it's a little better than it was. So. I have no idea. I didn't really do any more homework on it. There's so many things you could look into. I mean,
the Australian guy. What's the guy? Lumi. What was their main all-star on the Australian team?
Yes.
Lumi, or I forget.
Man, he was
a monster,
beast.
huh?
Yeah.
Did you like that little thing he did? The little.
I loved it.
Awesome, right?
Awesome. I think he's Hawaiian.
Oh, I'd imagine. It reminded me like
Samoan,
the Rock, kind of Samoan.
Yeah, Samoan. There was a bunch of them in there. If you look at it, there's like 2 or 3 on that team. There's a big man. Man. I love watching those guys try to go around the ends, and all of a sudden these guys are nailing them. And it's that's crazy stuff, man. Well, hey, all bleeding and stuff.
Oh yeah. Again, no pads.
No pads. Yeah, I used to when I was a kid. We used to play tackle football with no pads.
Oh yeah, I know.
Young, you know how that is. You don't care.
I used to do it too. Yeah, we used to do a lot of pickup games. I actually tried doing I don't know, say a few years ago. It's been a while. We tried to do a flag football league, kind of like like we did do softball.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get enough people to play.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You get the whole. Yep. I mean, it's flag football, but you get the whole fizzle aspect of it. You get hurt.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, we used to play touch football on Sundays for years. I played me and my nephew Al. Yeah. We used to go to Milford and play for years. We played, but it was a lot of fun. We had a good time, but I miss those days. But those days are done.
Listen, we're just gonna you and me. We're just gonna have to throw the pigskin around to our girls in the family now. That's all.
That's fine with me. I can still do that.
Yeah, very true.
Oh God.
But
yeah, so I
Would you if you're on TV would you watch this movie?
If it was on where I could just watch it, I'd probably watch some of it again. I was actually once again I was a little touched by some of the parts.
Yeah,
I thought it was I really thought it was once again it's I don't know how to explain it. It's not a I don't know. I don't know. I just like the way it was set up, and I just like his idea of what he was trying to do. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Most people are against all that stuff, because everybody wants to. It's like when you look into prisons in the prison movies.
Yeah.
The whites are with the whites. The African Americans are with the African Americans.
All with your race.
Yeah. Shouldn't be that way.
No,
but it is.
But it is.
And that's the problem with this world. That's the problem. And it's always going to be that way. Nothing's ever going to change.
No.
But I guess that's the way it works, I guess. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I know. But I got one more really, really big thing, I guess. It sucks to say, but it seems like the Olympics, because that's the kind of World Cup, Olympics kind of countries together.
Definitely.
It's not that big for us over here for the U.S. I mean, we have a few Olympic teams, but it feel like for other countries, like the Olympics is a huge deal.
I agree.
It just not to say it's not huge here, but it's amplified, and it sucks to say it. It's not like that.
No,
if you were, let's say, I was an Olympic pole vaulter, and over at other countries, you'd be like, wow, it's crazy.
Oh.
You're like, oh yeah,
oh yeah, you're like a star of the
You're
country.
a star there. Yeah, now
here
over here,
it's like
whatever. Sure you were.
You're right. I agree totally with you. Definitely. Yeah, I know. That's
country. It's just different out there. You're right.
It is different out there. Yeah. Yep. And here's another little tidbit.
Yep.
South Africa. It's every 4 years. Just so you know, I don't know if you knew that.
The World Cup
is every 4 years. Yeah. The World Cup for that. Yeah. I don't know if it's soccer is the same. South Africa has won 3 Rugby World Cups. So.
Oh, nice.
That was their first one, and then they won a couple more. So not with that team, with different teams, but yeah, they won 3 of them. So yeah, so they're continuing the tradition there, at least trying to. England's always in there. France,
I'm sure.
New Zealand.
It's funny now. I just kind of googled it. So the let me see here. The World Cup will be this year, September, from the 8th of September to the 28th.
Oh yeah, right. 2023, right?
Of October, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Might have to tune in.
Here you go. I really wouldn't mind it. And with all these streaming channels, they throw all that stuff on TV anyway. So.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Soccer's on there all the time, but it's funny when you said we were doing a soccer movie. I had no idea. I didn't know the movie. And then I'm looking at it and said, well, it's close.
Soccer, rugby, yeah. No, it's very close. Well, and I'm trying to find, like different movies, like soccer movies. There's not a lot of soccer movies out there.
No, there's not. No, there's not. There's not a lot of soccer movies. No.
We've done. So, I mean, you missed out, but we've done. Let me see here.
Did you do Ladybugs?
We did Ladybugs.
Yeah.
That was a good one. We've done Kicking and Screaming.
Kicking and Screaming, right?
Again, a lot of these comedies. We've done The Big Green. Have you ever seen that movie?
I heard about it. Never saw it. No.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
Sorry to say, but
all you Big Green fans out there.
Yeah, but I always heard about it, and I feel like they tried to make, because a lot of the kids, 3 of the kids are from the Sandlot.
Oh,
and it was
okay.
after the Sandlot. It seemed like they tried to do the same thing, and it just swing and a miss.
Yeah.
We did Ladybugs. Looking through here, so we did a few soccer movies, and they're not really serious. Serious movies.
I know. That's tough. It's tough sometimes that way.
But
what I want to ask you too, as we're talking about this, if I pick up some movies that I know that you don't have on your list, can I just send them to you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're also on, I got you on that Google Doc too,
okay,
right?
good. Yes.
So you can just add them in there.
Okay. I'll just throw them in there, and I'll go over and you got a lot, so I'll make sure I'm not going to double. There's a couple though I mentioned I can't remember now. I'll throw in there for you, and we can go from there with that and see. They're pretty good. So I'll just see what the people think down the road, because you got a lot on that list, so which is cool.
There's a lot.
You got a lot. Yeah, you got a lot on here. I give you a lot of credit digging those all up.
Because I hear about them, and I throw them down because I'll forget.
Yeah,
but,
I'm looking at them right now. So Okay, I got it.
So
there's a lot
anything else you want to talk about this movie before we go on?
No, not really. I mean, like I said, it was more of a political movie than anything else. That's all I was going to say. It was very well done, and I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable to watch. It was a different kind of movie.
Yeah, very true. Yeah,
it was. I think it had a little more politics in it than sports, but I still enjoyed it though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going to get into those movies where they're not going to be, they're going to be. Say it's a soccer movie or a rugby movie, like I'll not say far-fetched, but
right.
But yeah, we're gonna come to those movies, so
yeah,
it's all right.
That's fine.
All right. So I put up the poll for and it's nice because the Kentucky Derby was.
Yes.
Is it still going on or no?
Well, you got the Preakness coming up.
Okay.
That's the second race. Yeah, that's a pivot.
Okay.
Yep.
So it would come out perfect. So we had Seabiscuit versus Secretariat, which I've seen. Seabiscuit. I don't remember that movie. To be honest with you. I know Tobey Maguire's in that.
No, I got it.
So Seabiscuit won 15-8. So we got about 20 votes. A little over.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. Secretariat, I remember it as a kid watching on TV. Awesome. Really? And the movie was excellent.
That was the one with Diane Lane?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Okay.
And who plays the Lucian Lauren? The bald-headed guy from Red. I can't think of his name.
Malkovich.
Malkovich plays him. He plays the trainer. But Seabiscuit, I always knew the story that he beat the horse. I'm not going to get into it now, but he beat that horse, the War Admiral. And but I never saw a movie about it. And when I saw the movie, it was awesome. I voted for Seabiscuit.
Yeah, I think I did too.
It's more of an interesting movie.
Yeah.
Than Secretariat. So.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire, Jeff Bridges, Elizabeth Banks.
Yes.
So we got a few people in there.
Yeah, that was an excellent movie. It really was. And that's another one of those depression ones, bud.
Yeah.
That's depression time, yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Good. And another true story, right?
Another true story. Yeah, to the T, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one. Good pick by the fans once again.
All right. Which we probably should have gotten to ratings, and we didn't rate the movie.
Well, you can rate it. We can rate it.
Yeah. You want to go first, or you want?
Yeah, I'll go first. I guess IMDb had it 7.3.
Yep.
All right. For realism, I give it at least an 8 because it's real.
Yep.
For action, action, it was good. It could start off a little slow, but then it actually got pretty. I give it about a 7.6 for that. I give it about a 7-8 for the whole movie. I can't put it in Blindside's category. I just can't do that because Blindside is more of a sport movie, and it's more of a, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna go like 7.8. That's what I'm gonna do for a rating on this movie.
Yeah,
a little bit higher than IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about it too. So yeah, the story I give it an 8 because I believe Morgan Freeman was awesome. Matt Damon was awesome. The story is pretty much on par from what really happened.
Yes, definitely.
It's not really more of an action movie. It's more a political.
Yes,
so
it
I'm
is.
gonna go like a 6.5.
Yeah.
It was a little long, but again, it's telling the story. That's just
it is.
That's what it is.
It is. I know. I agree.
So I'm gonna give it a 7. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decent movie. If it's on TV, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm going.
Yeah, there's so much other stuff to watch too. So. But.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that's where we stand.
Yep.
And we already talked about what movie we're going to do. We'll be watching Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit, yeah.
And the Secretariat will go back in the losers bracket, and that'll go up again. We'll see that in a couple weeks. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's it. I think we're pretty good. And once again, it was a good pick. It was a good pick. I think, like I said, it was enjoyable to watch, something different. Once again, the fans did pretty good picking that one. So, like I said, different kind of movie, but movies are different. So at least it was a true story though. So that was, and I learned a lot about Nelson Mandela. So
I know. I was like, I feel like I'm got a book report I'm doing. I gotta Google this guy. And
you got to do the book report.
Yeah. Jeez.
I went to Wikipedia. He must have had 1,000 pages.
Oh, I know. Right. Well,
that's good.
Awesome. What a good time. Don't forget, all you listeners out there, give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram. Send us some feedback. I know we're pretty much keeping the same way it was with me and Steven, but I know we got some feedback from you guys, and let us know how we're doing. Don't be too harsh on us. But
all right, Frank.
I appreciate it all. All right, sounds good, man. That's the ball game.